This edition of Pete Prisco's Expert Picks is presented by Applebee's. Pete, we begin with the Raiders at the Texans. Brock Osweiler in Houston, a 3.5-point favorite over Connor Cook and the Oakland Raiders.
It's a quarterback disaster. This is everything and anything I don't want to see in a football game. But I got to pick one team. I'll take the team at home with the better defense, the better running game. I will take the Houston Texans minus the 3.5 points.
Pete, I agree with you, and for all those reasons, but also this, the better coaching staff. I think the job Romeo Crandell has done this year, I mean, everyone thought when J.J. Watt was dismissed for the rest of the season with the back surgery, the back injury, they kind of thought the Houston Texans were going to fall by the wayside. They won a second AFC South division. Now, whether or not you want to say it's an accomplishment or not, it is. They went back-to-back years, and it's been in large part because of their defense, because their quarterback play has not been stellar. So Romeo Crandell, the game plan he comes up with versus Connor Cook, and then Bill O'Brien. Look, they'll find a way to run the football, take some of the pressure off of Brock Osweiler.
There's a piece of verbiage out in the gambling community, which I will relay here. Lay it or don't play it. You either take the Houston Texans minus the points or you do nothing. You cannot take the points with Connor Cook on the road in his first NFL start against the Houston Texans defense, unless, of course, you want to lose money. Pete, second up Saturday night, it's the Seattle Seahawks hosting the Detroit Lions. Your favorite quarterback, Russell Wilson, and Seattle, 8-point home favorites.
But that's a tough place to play for any team, particularly in the postseason. I mean, that's going to be a big challenge for the Lions. But having said that, I just think this Seattle team looks off to me in a lot of different ways. The defense, since Earl Thomas went out, hasn't been close to what it used to be. They don't get after the quarterback like they used to. And on the offensive line, it's a disaster. They don't run the football. That's going to put it all on Russell Wilson. Will he win the game? Absolutely. Russell Wilson will pull it out late with a fourth-quarter drive. But you know what? The Lions are going to keep it close. Give me the 8 points.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Seahawks in this one. Too tough of a place to play. You know, he talked about some of the weaknesses of the Seattle Seahawks. The fact of the matter is, it's not like the Detroit Lions rushed the passer well. 26 sacks, 30th in the league. Ziggy Ansah is questionable for this game right now. He's their best pass rusher. He has 2 sacks this season. So when you look at this team, this matchup, even though the Seattle Seahawks offensive line has probably been their weakness of their entire team, I just don't see the Detroit Lions being able to exploit that and take advantage of it. The biggest key is whether or not Devin Hester will have an impact in the return game since they just signed him. And then, well, who knows? I mean, look, their special teams has done all right this season, but they've got to figure out a way of shoring up their punt protection and being able to make some field goals and make some PATs.
I'm going to lay the points with the Seattle Seahawks here, Brady. I like them as well. The Theo Riddick injury, huge for Detroit. I like Zach Center. He's put in yeoman's work the last couple weeks in that run game. It's not going to fly Saturday night.
Oh, but in Mike Bennett's words, he's the best white running back in the NFL.
Well, that may or may not be true. I don't know what Peyton Hillis is up to these days. Maybe we'll send that an APB for him. Pete, the early game on Sunday, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Miami Dolphins. Big Ben and company, 10-point home favorites.
Yeah, the Dolphins dominated the last time by running the football, and Jay Ajayi had it over 200 yards, and they played good defense. I mean, Byron Maxwell did a nice job on Antonio Brown in that game. Well, he's questionable for this game, probably won't play. I just look at the Miami defense, and I go, where's the talent on that defense? Okay, the Ndamukong Suh, yes. Cam Wake, yes. And then who? They got all kinds of issues. Vance Joseph has done a nice job piecing that thing together. But I just think this is all about that Pittsburgh offense. They will get it cranked up at home. It's going to be cold. It's going to be nasty. Give me the Steelers minus the points.
That's the most curious thing when we talk about this matchup. You know, Vance Joseph is one of those hot names for a head coaching job. He's like 30th in pass defense this year, I think, when you look at their team. So they've actually struggled. Although I think, look, Adam Gase, Vance Joseph, and even Darren Rizzi, their special teams coordinator, I think they come up with a game plan to keep this one closer than 10 points. Maybe it's like right on the edge of that 8-9 points, somewhere in there. But I think the Dolphins, they've got enough mismatches with the Pittsburgh Steelers secondary. And on the flip side, a lot of guys who are hungry. A lot of guys like Cameron Wake, who came from the CFL, have never been to a playoff game before, who are going to be able to play it for their first time. I think they show up. I think they play them tough. I think the Steelers win, though.
You know how the Dolphins can cover the spread in this game? They got to build a time machine. They're going to go back to 1984. They're going to get Dan Marino with that afro, and they're going to bring him back to 2017.
So you're telling me even if Ryan Tannehill was playing, they wouldn't?
I think the spread would not be 10 points if Tannehill were playing, but with Matt Moore playing, Pittsburgh's at home.
He's played all right.
Ben Roethlisberger at home, an entirely different beast than Ben Roethlisberger on the road. Lay it or don't play it. I'll take the Steelers minus the 10. And the main event of the weekend, the New York Football Giants, the Green Bay Packers, Lambeau Field. Pete, the Giants have knocked the Packers out of the postseason twice since 2007. Can Big Blue make it 3 in a row? Green Bay, a 4.5-point favorite.
Can they? Yes. Will they? No. But they will cover. And I think this is going to be a classic Giants-Packers game. It's going to be the pass rush late in the game. It's going to be Aaron Rodgers making timely throws. In the end, though, I just think Nicky's playing such good football right now. He's going to find a way. He's going to will the Packers past the Giants, but it'll be tight. Give me the 4.5.
Look, the biggest difference between this Giants team and 2007, 2011, when they went to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl, their offensive line. It's not the same offensive line. Eric Flowers has struggled this year. The right side has struggled. We just talked about that earlier in the show. They're not running the ball overly well. There's not a ton of balance. I'm not saying the Packers necessarily show up with their pass rush, but I do think Aaron Rodgers and the Packers will put up enough points. I think they win by 6. So I'm taking the Packers.
Pete said that Aaron Rodgers is going to, quote-unquote, will the Packers to victory. I think will, along with mystique and aura, dancers at a nightclub. The New York Giants are the better team 1 through 53 than Green Bay. Yes, the Packers have the great equalizer at quarterback, but the Giants have the X factor. Paul Perkins, rookie running back. 100 yards, control the clock, keep it out of number 12's hand. For the 3rd time since 2007, the Giants go into
Have you seen them run the football this year?
Off the Green Bay Packers. I saw them in Week 17. Looked pretty damn good.